Take a look around the communities throughout the Lake Cumberland region and take note of the scenic beauty, our rich culture, and the activities taking place in our communities. We are blessed with an environment which offers wholesome living as well as many recreational opportunities. We are also blessed with strong groups and organizations geared to keeping our culture strong, as well as providing services to those in need, whether the need is for food, emergency shelter, protection, or just a hand up in times of crisis. A new tool has been created to keep good things happening in the region forever. Lake Area Foundation, a community foundation serving the Lake Cumberland region, was created as a framework within which a permanent, flexible collection of endowment funds could be managed for the benefit of the entire region. Funds contributed by people from all walks of life who want to give something back in a way that matters to them. The foundation is seen not as a business driven by the need to earn money, nor as a government agency supported by tax dollars, not as a charity dependent on public gifts, but as a community trust existing through local private funding in support of new ideas and innovative ways to improve the cultural and civic lives of the citizens within the region. Funds can be created to help plan for the future and to safeguard the past, to help those who cannot speak for themselves and for those who have no voice. Funds can contribute to the vitality of people, protection of green space, health, education, economic development, recreation, cultural enrichment, the creation of both a place to live and a place where people love to live. Funds can also be unrestricted to make sure that future needs, which could not possibly be anticipated, continue to be met.
We thought that a family fund was a great idea and a good way to show our kids the art of giving. So now, every Christmas and birthday will be celebrated in part by giving to our family fund.
Endowments are forever funds. A diverse group of donors can create or contribute to funds that benefit specific needs when and where needs are identified. Whether you have significant or modest means, you can make a significant difference in your community by banding together with your neighbors, co-workers, and friends so that each person's small amount, when combined, is significant. Funds are invested through a trustee bank. The income generated annually is invested back into the community through direct appropriations to a cause or through a grant process. Funds can be planned in such a way that they both tackle today's needs and prepare for tomorrow's challenges.
An additional fund that I'm really excited about that I'm a part of is the Women's Circle Fund. I'm very excited to be a part of that because I really love the idea of taking care of needs in the future.
There is a big word at the heart of the Lake Area Foundation. That word is trust. The 15-member board of directors consists of representatives from each county, plus 5 members representing particular fields of interest. The primary task of this group is to protect the intent of the donor, as well as the donor's investment. The board also manages tax reporting, sets and oversees the foundation's investment policy, and investment activity of the trustee bank. You can give back for present and future needs in a multitude of ways. Let's hear some ideas from people around the region.
Community foundations give people a trusted place to put their bequests or wealth or donations they want to make to benefit their community or a community they used to be part of, expatriates like me. I helped pass a tax credit for community foundations in state tax law because people really need to be encouraged to put their money back into the place where they grew up. There are lots of rural places in Kentucky, especially in the Lake Cumberland area, who could really use the kind of wealth that is lingering in the area or has left the area but is held by people who still have an interest in that area. And if you have a community foundation, then you have a trusted group of people who you know will do the right thing with the money. So that's why I'm so glad to support the Lake Area Foundation.
Donors can benefit from both federal tax deductions and state tax credits, while creating a climate of self-sufficiency and strengthening the local economies within the region.
My father was the original director of the Lake Cumberland Area Development District, and he had great pride in seeing economic growth, social growth, and just seeing the communities in the Lake Cumberland area grow. A foundation for this area would only excel and really help to keep the dream of small town communities alive.
A fund through LakeAreaFoundation can assist seniors with programs that will help keep us active, mentally alert, and assist with technology.
Staff here at Lake Cumberland Area Development District have the opportunity to do a payroll deduction to go toward the Community Foundation. For me personally, I'm just excited that there is opportunity for me to give and that it lasts way longer than I last, and that it'll be around for many, many years, and I can support the causes that I care about and the place that I care about long after I'm gone.
Let's hear from a member of a local church for which an endowment was created some 20 years ago.
The endowment was there before I was a member of the church, but it's restricted funds. We get a quarterly payment that is restricted for building and expansion use. By being an endowment, by coming in quarterly, it's not money that we had one lump sum to spend and be gone. It's something this family could do that even long after they've passed away, it's continued to benefit our church and our community.
In one county, funds have been anonymously created to benefit the local emergency shelter, food pantry, and Habitat for Humanity. Now that these funds have been created, anyone can contribute any amount at any time to benefit their favorite causes.
We are just thrilled to learn of this news. It will help us in our mission to build simple, decent, affordable housing for families in need. We are most appreciative.
Forever Care's mission is to care for companion animals through adoptive placement and to provide pet care education to pet owners and to conduct a spay and neuter program to prevent overpopulation.
We could, through this endowment fund, provide for a support mechanism for our efforts down the road in the future for this program.
You know, home is where the heart is. I grew up in Greene County, and it's home. It always will be, always has been. And that's why I support this Lake Area Foundation so much, because it could help our little county move forward.
Here in Liberty, my family is setting up a trust fund that will provide money to the city for the purpose of purchasing and planting flowers on an annual basis. And that way, no matter what happens in the future with budgets and finances, our city council will never have to say that there's no money for flowers this year, because there will always be money for flowers.
Lindsey Wilson College is just so excited to be a part of the Lake Area Foundation and to be able to know that for generations to come, our students are going to be able to be supported by the generosity of the good people from this 10-county area.
A fund was established to benefit Lindsey Wilson College with a $10,000 initial donation. Dozens of memorial gifts were given to that fund soon after its creation, and within weeks the fund had grown to over $21,000. Once a fund is created, anyone can add to that fund in any amount.
My vision is that we see an immersion learning process where the students are immersed in their history, and by that I mean with a multitude of books, with the costumes, the period costumes, with trips around the state to things we call Kentucky Adventures. It's just a total immersion so that they actually live history. Now, obviously money's always an object for this, and other teachers could avail themselves of being able to buy costumes, to buy the books, the artifacts, the money to take the trips. It would be wonderful for more kids to get to see the state and all the history that we have here in Kentucky.
We run into constantly people making up money for various memorial funds, for scholarship funds in memory of someone, and you really can't do that on an individual basis. Again, it's cost prohibitive. So I think that a community foundation really makes sense in handling those things in a very professional way.
We're working with a corporation and a local charity, and the corporation will do payroll deductions with their employees. Half the money would be going towards the charity each year, and we're working to see if the other half will go towards the endowment, so they'll have a recurring base of money coming in.
To know that we would have a fund that would provide us with resources. We do a great job of working within the community and tapping into our resources, but you know, when you need a pair of socks, or when a student, a child's had an accident at school, or a young man needs a belt to hold those pants up, you need to have that right then. So that makes a big difference. You know, you can send them right back to class. they continue on their education, and that's our goal, is to help those children get a good education and become successful.
The arts work and the arts make an impact, and that's what we're trying to accomplish in Burkesville for our own county and for the areas around us. And funding is always needed, and we're always searching for more funding, and something like this community foundation could be such an incredible resource for us to be able to meet these needs for these children and their families.
We are really excited to be part of the Lake Area Foundation for the courthouse preservation. The courthouse has been around since 1884. It is the historic Adair County Courthouse, and we would like to keep the courthouse open, being used for the public good. And so we are really excited to be part of that endeavor.
As an alumni of the last graduating class of Durham High School, it is our desire to create a fund with the Lake Area Foundation that assures that the legacy of Durham High School will continue forever.
A fund like this would be tremendous. It would be know that you would have a monthly budget, or you would know where you could put that, because we're living on faith right now. Is that we hope that the people come through and the community stands behind God's Food Pantry.
We are the McCreary County Giving Circle, and our first event to raise money for our community fund is to benefit our Christian Care Center here in McCreary County. This is to start our community fund, the first project that we hope will benefit many other organizations in our community.
I'm delighted that the Lake Area Foundation is being formed, and that we as a community are coming together to pool resources to help those organizations within our community whose main goal is to help people in need. And we truly appreciate being a part of it and anticipate the good work that it will do in every area, specifically in possibly helping students who have needs here.
I would like to see other funds established, and one could benefit the public library in each community, but especially here in McCreary County. It could serve to help us fund our local history sections, and then we could also do a fund for the school system to help students.
These are just a few of the ideas people have for making the Lake Area Foundation a part of their local nonprofit or public agency. I'm sure you can think of many other existing organizations and have new and creative ideas for how the Lake Area Foundation can benefit your community. Whatever your vision for the future of your organization, your community, or this region, you can rest assured that the Lake Area Foundation is ready to help you achieve your goals for good forever.